Can't hide the pain when you're wrapped in cellophane. Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome to today's video, which is gonna be a good one. You guys are not even ready because I auditioned for American Idol. And you might be thinking, Devin, you know, I didn't know that you sang. I didn't know you could sing. Why did you audition for American Idol? And well, honestly, I didn't know that I could sing either. Basically, I decided that I wanted to audition. I watched the show growing up. When I was younger, I used to have dreams. I was singing Bruno Mars's The Lazy Song as my audition, and I got through, and Simon Cowell was like, you know what, boy, you're decent. I gave him a Boston accent. So yeah, I'm like, I really want to meet Katy Perry, number one. Number two, it can only help my YouTube channel, right? To be on a national television show. And number three, it's fun. Why not? It's a life experience. Let's just go for it. So my parents had left for Scotland and dropped my sister off at college, and I was driving my brother and my sister to my brother's soccer game. It was Sunday, and I heard on the radio, "Attention all singers, it's your time to shine. American Idol's coming to..." I can't remember. Maybe it was Centerville. "Bring your voices and bring your talent. It's your time to be the next American Idol." And I'm like, oh! I'm like, I gotta do it. Starting to think, I'm like, what song should I do? And then, Sasha Velour, winner of season 9 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Her first ever performance that I saw was to a song called Cellophane, and I love Sia. Sia is my favorite artist of all time. I've talked about it a million times. Elastic Heart is my jam. Fire Me Gasoline, Hostage, Chandelier, just so good. So I'm like, I gotta do Sia. I gotta represent Sia, but you know, Cellophane's a ballad, like it's a hard song. So I'm like, you know, I gotta have something that makes it exciting. So laughing with my sister, I'm like, wouldn't it be so funny if I did cellophane, but I was like wrapped in cellophane, and I like tore off all my clothes, and I revealed myself in a Speedo wrapped in cellophane. And she's like, oh yeah, that would be so funny. I'm like, you know what, why not do it? Like, I have nothing to lose, it can only benefit me. Like, let's go for it, why not? I'll figure it out. So I go home and I'm like, oh my gosh, like now I have to like make a costume that can tear off but also looks like normal clothes, so I like get into the audition and everything. So I'm like, how do I do this? So eventually I decide that I need to go to Michael's. I need to get those little Velcro circles that they have, and I'm gonna attach it on the seam, and then it's gonna like tear like this. And I spent lots of time planning how it was gonna work and how I was gonna attach it. I start sewing, but I can't get the sewing thread through the needle, so I start gluing it, and I'm up to like 1 in the morning trying to get this costume together. And then finally I'm like, all right, like this is the best I'm gonna do. We have the Divas Videos merch ready to go, let's go for it. I'm like, okay, I got it. I gotta practice my song. So I practiced the chorus for Cellophane like so many, like 20 times. My sister sings, she's in like theater and stuff, so I'm like, Tiffany, like does this sound okay? Are they gonna stop me before I even get to the second note? I can't sing, but I'm putting on a show. I wanna put on a show. And you know, in my head, I'm like, you know, they're not gonna put me through for my voice, but if I can entertain, if I can be a joke audition that makes everyone laugh and like puts on a scene, why not, right? So I practiced the song. I'm like, okay, I think I got a relative grip on it, and I go to sleep. Can't sleep all night. I'm like so nervous. I get up the next day. Audition started at 9. I didn't know how many people were gonna be there, so I wanted to be there early. We were supposed to get up at 6 a.m. Before my siblings went to school at 6:30 so that they could help me wrap my entire body in cellophane. And my alarm didn't go off. I set my alarm for 6 p.m. instead of 6 a.m. So I wake up to my brother's like, I'm gonna be late for the bus, So like this whole shenanigans, I get them out to the bus, and then I'm like, oh my god, I'm not wrapped in cellophane. So I just try my best. I wrap myself in cellophane, get my costume together, and I get in the car, and then that's when all the thoughts start to hit me. It's like, I'm gonna be wrapped in cellophane for like potentially 4 hours outside. Is this safe? Am I gonna pass out? Like, what's gonna happen? Or like, I'm thinking, what if everyone there's incredible, and I get really nervous. And finally, I'm just like, all right, Devin, take a deep breath. You're doing this for fun. You have nothing to lose. Just enjoy it and go for it. So I'm like, all right, that's it. I've made up my mind. I'm on my way there. It's an hour away. We're already halfway there. Let's just do it and see what happens. And I get there and I start seeing signs, and I have this little vlog clip. Here we go. But I'm like, oh my god, this is actually gonna happen. This is so crazy. So I find the end of the line, and it's like pretty long, but I talked to a bunch of people who had auditioned before, and they were like, oh, this is nothing. Like usually it's 3 times as long. It looks like this reboot isn't getting the same kinds of numbers that it used to. And then they also said, this is gonna be a live audition. You have to audition this other way first, and then you get to live audition. So I'm like, oh, I'm not meeting Katy Perry today. I was already pretty upset. And then, I kid you not, the entire line, it's all these outgoing personalities, and they're all like, are you a scout? Are you on the American Idol team? Like, do you know there's scouts in the audience? Like, let me sing it for you in case, you know, you have a gig in the future. Everyone's singing. They're all like, here, want to hear me sing? I'm like, I'm fine. They're like, no, let me hear you. Let me sing for you. I'm like, okay. And they're like, why don't you sing? And I'm like, no, not singing. Absolutely not. You can wait till my audition. I'm not singing. They're like, why not? Sing, sing, sing. all these news crews came up. They're like, does anyone want to sing for like live news on Facebook Live? Everyone's singing. I'm like, no, you know what, I'm fine. And then people start to see the cellophane that I have wrapped around my arm, and they're like, oh, did you just get like a tattoo? Because it kind of looks like, you know. And I'm like, no, no tattoo. And they're like, then what is that? I'm like, skin condition, you know, it's had it forever. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, no, I'm wrapped in cellophane. I'm about to rip off all my clothes. I didn't want anyone to know. I wanted it to be a complete surprise. We start to get to the front of the line. It was like a 2.5 hour wait. It was hot. I'm wrapped in freaking cellophane, which I found out later is used for like people that are trying to lose weight. You wrap yourself so you sweat more. So I'm like sweating up a storm. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I keep going in line, keep going in line. Everyone around me is taking it so seriously. Like, this is their chance. Like, I get it. This is their chance. Like, they're trying to be the next American Idol, and here I am with my tearaway, and I'm about to put on a show. Like, I'm about to put on a show. And then, like, I'm trying to remember my lyrics, because literally there's like 14 words in this entire verse that I'm singing, but I keep messing it up. Someone who's never sung before, you don't think about things like diction or how you're gonna get your words across, so I'm like, veins, but that's not how she does it. It's vein, you know? You have to like hold out the E sound, not the N sound, so all this stuff is like coming into fruition while I'm in the line. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it. So we get to the front of the line, and they're like, all right, everyone have their wristbands. I'm like, show them my wristband. I'm like, all right, go up. So you go up, and it's this huge, I have a clip of it, but I'm not gonna put it in because I signed a contract saying I wouldn't. It's like this, it was in the parking lot, so it was like a section of a parking lot, and they had booths, like lined up booths all the way along the side, and there were like 5 booths, and then there was a section over here where everyone that got a golden ticket was sitting. And so you like walked around, you waited in line, you got in groups of 4, and then your group of 4 were sent to a booth. So basically what happened, if you've ever seen American Idol, they have like the line of people, and then they're like, you step forward, you step back, you step forward, and the people in the front are safe and the people in the back go home or whatever. It was basically that kind of concept. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm on American Idol, this is so exciting, but there were no cameras or anything. The biggest like representation was a huge American Idol bus behind us, which I have a picture on Instagram, here it is. But yeah, basically you have like this story form, which it tells you all the information, what you do, what's your life story, like what's your age, what can you bring to reality TV, stuff like that. So I filled that out, and basically I talked about YouTube, I talked about the foster care we did. I wanted to be like different, I wanted to stand out, I wanted to get on reality TV, so I gave it to him. The girl before me sings, she's incredible. She said that she had toured with Akon, she was like, she sung for a living, like this was her job. And I'm like, oh, same, like, like yeah, that's me too, same. She sings amazing. And then I go up, and then I put on this performance. So we're like this, about this far apart, and he's like, Devin, so your name's Devin. I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, I looked through your stories, looks pretty good. What are you gonna be singing today? And I'm like, Cellophane by Sia. He's like, what? I'm like, Cellophane by Sia. He's like, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I'm standing here. He's like, whenever you're ready. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, just start. I'm gonna do my performance now. I'm not gonna stop. I know I'm not a good singer. Can't you see I'm wrapped in cellophane? Watch the blood run through my veins. Electricity floods my brain. Can't hide the pain. Can't hide the pain when you're wrapped in cellophane. And I'm standing here like this in front of the entire audience. There's like 70 people crying, laughing behind me. The 3 people that came up with me are like, yeah! And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. And the guy's like looking around, he's like looking for security. He doesn't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, no, like that's it, like I'm good. And I'm about to do like that part. And he's like, that's enough, thank you, we've seen enough, thank you, please step back. So I'm like, okay, totally fine. So I step back, the other girls go, and at the end of the performance, he's like, okay, like Devin and the other girl, you step forward, other 2 step back. And the girl I was with was like really good. I'm like, oh my gosh. So he's like, okay, 2 in the back, you're dismissed, like thank you for auditioning. He's like, Devin, come forward. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. He's like, I really appreciate what you've done for doing what you do and putting yourself out there. Unfortunately, you don't have the vocal cords to back up the performance. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. At that point, I was uncomfortable. I wanted it to be over. I'm like, okay, fine, I want to just get out of here. At this point, I'm in my Speedo still, wrapped in cellophane. Everyone behind me still laughing. I'm like, oh God. So I turn around, I have all my clothes in my hand. I get halfway there and I'm like, you know what? I went this far. I want a picture in front of the bus. So I walk back and that's when I got the Instagram picture. I made a stranger take a picture of me in Speedo wrapped in cellophane in front of the bus. And I wouldn't change a second of it. So yeah, that is my American Idol audition story. It is a riot. It was just so much fun. I would love, American Idol, if you're watching this, I would love to be a joke audition for you, or just like put on a show, or even like, I'm not a terrible singer, I know I'm not a good singer, but like some people, you know, are very monotone. I can change pitch, so you know, I got a little something going for me. But life's about experiences and memories, and it's definitely something I won't ever forget. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe down below. I leave for college tomorrow, which is so exciting. That means all the How to College vlogs are back. I also have a very exciting series that I'm starting once I get to school. And then before we even get there, I have a vlog of UVA and Virginia Tech that I went to with my friends, like the party scene there, game day, stuff like that. And I also have a Rest in Peace Summer 2017 video coming, which I'm so excited about. It's going to be one of my favorite videos of the year, and it's going to be good. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. You are following me on my Twitter and Instagram, so you keep up to date when I do stuff like this and keep up with my crazy life. If you want one of these shirts, all the info is down below. They're just nice, subtle shirts. It's like I'm supporting a YouTuber, but like, you know, it's subtle, it's not obnoxious. So if you want one, just let me know down in the comments. But other than that, I love you guys. Don't let anyone ruin your fun today. And I'll see you guys real soon with a new video. Bye, guys.